Chapter 1 Essential Food Crops. Food crops are the crops that are grown to feed the people. We get different food crops from different plants. Extra stroke. Oats are a rich source of fiber which help in regulating bowel movements and hence prevents constipation. They are also rich source of many vitamins and minerals. Chapter 2 Uses of flowers. Flowers are the most beautiful part of plants. Flowers have many uses too. Extra stroke. Rafflesia is the biggest flower in the world. There is no flower which is entirely black. Flowers in bamboo plants are very rare. It is believed that the bamboo plant dies after flowering. 5. Feline Family. The cat family comprises of lineage of carnivorous animals. The member of this family is also known as feline. 6. Endangered Animals. An endangered animal is an animal which is very likely to become extinct due to very small population size in its natural habitat. Some of endangered animals are given below as categorized by the International Union for Conservation of Nature Red List. 1. Giant pandas. 2. Amur leopard. 3. Asian elephant. 4. Black rhinoceros. 5. Hawksbill turtle. 6. Tiger. 7. Gorilla. 8. Orangutan. 9. Tasmanian devil. Extra stroke. The International Union for Conservation of Nature is an international organization working in the field of nature conservation and sustainable use of natural resources. Chapter 7 Noted Nicknames. Extra stroke. In India, Mumbai is known as City of Seven Islands because 7 islands merged together to form this city. Chapter 8 Disco Dancer. Dance is an art. Dance is moving our legs, hands, body, and other parts rhythmically and gracefully to music and following a series of steps. Some famous dances of different countries are given below. Chapter 9 Business Empires. Some business leaders have built their fortune with business success worldwide. Pictures given below show some famous business leaders of the world. Extra stroke. Jamshedji Nasarwanji Tata is considered as the father of Indian industries. He was the founder of the Tata Company. Chapter 10 Flying Chariots. An aeroplane is also known as a flying chariot. An airline is a company that provides air transport services for passengers and freight. There are many airlines in the world. Chapter 11 United We Stand. Many countries come together to form political and economic organizations for mutual benefits. Extra stroke. North Atlantic Treaty Organization (NATO) is an intergovernmental military alliance between 29 North American and European countries. India, Japan, Australia, and the US have made a group called Quad countries to deter Chinese aggression. 12. Exploring New Horizons. During the Renaissance in Europe, some sailors and mariners sailed on the oceans in search of countries' new worlds. Many of them discovered various new lands. Those sailors are called explorers. Let us study about some of them. Vasco da Gama was a Portuguese explorer and the first European to reach India by sea after sailing around the continent of Africa. Vasco Nunes de Balboa was the first European to see the eastern shore of the Pacific Ocean. Marco Polo was a Venetian explorer known for his book The Travels of Marco Polo. It describes his voyage to Asia. Christopher Columbus was an Italian explorer, colonizer, and navigator. He is remembered as the principal European who discovered and colonized America. John Cabot was a Venetian navigator and explorer who discovered North America on his quest to find Asia. Amerigo Vespucci was an Italian explorer, cartographer, and navigator. He was the first person to recognize the Americas as distinct continents. Extra stroke. In those days, explorers sailed in big sail boats. Chapter 13. Body reading machines. Let us learn about some life-saving machines used for medical purposes. A ventilator machine is designed to move breathable air in and out of the lungs to provide breathing for a patient who is physically unable to breathe or is breathing insufficiently. A dialysis machine works like an artificial kidney. It filters the patient's blood to remove excess water and waste products when the kidneys are damaged, dysfunctional, or missing. A pacemaker is a battery-operated device that generates electrical impulses, which is used to treat abnormal heart rhythms that can cause heart to either beat too slowly or miss beats. It is implanted inside our chest or abdomen region. Magnetic resonance imaging (MRI) is a large tube that contains powerful magnets. It is used to produce detailed images of the inside of a patient's body. The patient is moved inside the tube during the scan. Computed tomography (CT scan) is a sophisticated computer-linked X-ray machine. It gives detailed images of internal organs that cannot be seen in conventional X-rays. A patient monitoring device consists of many sensors that track patients' vital signs like blood pressure, respiratory rate, heartbeat, etc., and display it on a screen. It helps medical professionals to keep a record and provide medical services accordingly. Chapter 14. Amazing Vehicles. There are many amazing vehicles or means of transport around the world. Extra stroke. Vande Bharat is the fastest operational train in India. Chapter 16. Smart Gadgets. As technology advances, our everyday chores become more manageable and easier. Smart home products and gadgets have been steadily gaining more and more popularity for quite some time. Let us read about some of them. 1. The robotic vacuum cleaner is an auto-scheduling and auto-charging cleaning device. They have a variety of cleaning modes and can clean almost any kind of surface. Some of them can even clean the pet hair hassle-free. 2. A fitness tracker has many sensors which can measure your walking speed, steps walked, heart rate, etc. All this in just one small wrist-worn band. 3. A smartwatch can send and receive messages, access the internet, play digital media, etc. Many of these watches have touch screens which allow you to access functions like a calculator, thermometer, compass, and much more. 4. GPS navigation system is an audio-visual device which is used in vehicles. It aids in getting directions to reach different places. Some navigation systems also let you play music and videos and may even provide information like time, weather, etc. 5. Smart speakers have voice recognition software. They are wireless speakers with artificial intelligence (AI) and voice control from Amazon, Apple, Google, Microsoft, or Samsung built into them. One can ask the smart speaker to play a song, set an alarm, answer general questions, etc. 6. E-book reader is a lightweight slate about the size of a thin paperback book that can store thousands of downloaded books. It just feels like reading a real book. It is portable and helpful for students. Extra stroke. Artificial intelligence (AI), also known as machine intelligence, is intelligence demonstrated by machines. The term artificial intelligence is applied when a machine mimics cognitive functions that humans associate with other human minds, such as learning and problem solving. Chapter 17. Presidents of India. India got independence in 1947. Just after the independence, Lord Mountbatten became the head of the nation. Thereafter, Dr. Rajendra Prasad became the first President of India. Below is a list of all the Indian presidents, the first citizen of India. 1. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, 1950 to 1962. 2. Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, 1962 to 1967. 3. Dr. Zakir Hussain, 1967 to 1969. 4. V. V. Giri, 1969 to 1974. 5. Dr. Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad, 1974 to 1977. 6. Neelam Sanjiva Reddy, 1977 to 1982. 7. Gyani Zail Singh, 1982 to 1987. 8. R. Venkatraman, 1987 to 1992. 9. Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma, 1992 to 1997. 10. K. R. Narayanan, 1997 to 2002. 11. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, 2002 to 2007. 12. Pratibha Devi Singh Patil, 2007 to 2012. 13. Pranav Mukherjee, 2012 to 2017. 14. Ramnath Kovind, 2017 till date. Chapter 19. Indian Armed Forces. Indian Armed Force consists of 3 professional uniformed services: Indian Army, Indian Navy and Indian Air Force. It is world's second largest military force. Army: Field Marshal, General, Lieutenant General, Major General, Brigadier, Colonel, Lieutenant Colonel, Major, Captain, Lieutenant. Air Force: Marshal of the Air Force, Air Chief Marshal, Air Marshal, Air Vice Marshal, Air Commodore. Group Captain, Wing Commander, Squadron Leader, Flight Lieutenant, Flying Officer. Navy: Admiral of the Fleet, Admiral, Vice Admiral, Rear Admiral, Commodore, Captain, Commander, Lieutenant Commander, Lieutenant, Sub-Lieutenant. Admiral of the Fleet has never been awarded. Field Marshal has been awarded to Kodandara Madappa Karyappa and Sam Manekshaw. Marshal of the Indian Air Force has been awarded to Arjun Singh. Indian military officers of 5-star rank hold their rank for life and are considered to be serving officers until their deaths. Chapter 20. Dams. Large water storages. A dam is a barrier on a river. It is built to store water to be used in dry season. It also helps in producing hydroelectricity. Tehri Dam is located in Uttarakhand. It is the highest dam in India with a height of 261 meters and is the 8th tallest dam in the world. The dam is built across the Bhagirathi River. The reservoir water is used for irrigation, municipal water supply, and the generation of around 1000 megawatt of hydroelectricity. Bhakra Nangal Dam is a gravity dam across the Satluj River in Himachal Pradesh. It is the largest dam in India with a height of 225 meters and second largest dam in Asia. Its reservoir is known as the Gobind Sagar Lake. Sardar Sarovar Dam is also known as Narmada Dam. It is built over the Narmada River in Gujarat. It irrigates drought-prone areas of central and western India. It produces up to 200 megawatt electricity. Hirakud Dam is built across the Mahanadi River in Odisha. It is one of the longest dams in the world. It is about 26 km in length. The 55 km long Hirakud Reservoir is used as multipurpose scheme intended for flood control, irrigation, and power generation. Nagarjuna Sagar Dam is the world's largest masonry dam with a height of 124 meters. It is built across the Krishna River in Andhra Pradesh. This dam is considered as the largest man-made lake in the world. Extra stroke. Building of a dam considerably damages the natural environment, ecology, and food chain of the region. The earliest known dam is the Java Dam in Jordan. The structure is dated to 3000 BC. Chapter 24. Constellations. A constellation is a group of stars that are considered to form recognizable patterns in the sky. Constellations look like animals, mythological people, or gods, mythological creatures, etc. 26. Wildlife Refuge. Wildlife sanctuaries are made to protect endangered animals and plants. In a wildlife sanctuary, hunting is banned. Endangered animals are kept in natural habitat. Let us read and learn about some wildlife sanctuaries of India. Jim Corbett National Park is the oldest national park in India. It was established in 1936 as Haley National Park to protect the endangered Bengal tiger. It is located in Nainital district of Uttarakhand and was named after Jim Corbett, who played a key role in its establishment. It is the first tiger conservation project in India. Ranthambore National Park is famous for its Royal Bengal tigers, leopard, jackals, Indian flying fox, black bucks, sloth bears, desert cats, etc. also live here. Tiger safaris are immensely popular among visitors of Ranthambore National Park. Bandipur National Park was established in 1973 as a tiger reserve under the Project Tiger. It is located in Karnataka. Apart from being home to tigers, it is also home to Asiatic elephant. Other natural inhabitants of this forest are gaur, a type of bull, sambar, cheetal, mouse deer, four-horned antelope, wild boar, jackal, sloth bear, panther, etc. Nagarhole National Park, also known as Rajiv Gandhi National Park, is located in Karnataka. It is one of India's premier tiger reserves. Its natural inhabitants are sloth bears, leopards, tigers, wild dogs, sambar, four-horned antelopes, spotted deer, barking deer, elephant, and wild boars. Keoladio Ghana National Park was formerly known as the Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary. It is in Bharatpur, Rajasthan. It is a famous avifauna sanctuary that hosts thousands of birds, especially during the winter season. Kaziranga National Park is in Assam. The sanctuary hosts two-thirds of the world's great one-horned rhinoceros. In the year 1985, the park was declared as a World Heritage Site by the UNESCO. The park is also the breeding ground of elephants, wild water buffalo, and swamp deer. Due to increased tiger population over the time, Kaziranga was declared as Tiger Reserve in 2006. Kanha National Park is a tiger reserve of India. It is the largest national park of Madhya Pradesh. The park has a significant population of Bengal tiger, Indian leopards, the sloth bear, Barasingha, and Indian wild dog. It is one of the finest wildlife areas in the world. Sundarbans National Park is a tiger reserve and a biosphere reserve in West Bengal. It is a part of the Sundarbans on the Ganga Delta. It is the only mangrove forest in the world having the Bengal tiger as its indigenous population. It is also home to a variety of bird, reptile, including the saltwater crocodile, monitor lizard, river dolphin, etc. Extra stroke. A wildlife sanctuary is a natural habitat. It safeguards particular species of birds, animals, insects, reptiles, etc. A national park is a protected area. It is established to conserve wildlife and to develop them. Flora, fauna, landscape, historic objects, etc. are also preserved. 7. Sustainable living. Earth, the only planet to support life, is facing a great threat of destruction of life because of several reasons. Let us do what we can do to save it. Conserve energy. Turn off lights and fans when not in use. Use energy-efficient machines to reduce energy consumption. Use fossil fuels judiciously. Avoid personal transport. Use public transport. Conserve water. Harvest rainwater. Avoid excessive use of water. Reuse water when you can. Fix water leakages. Never dump waste in water bodies. Do not pollute water. Conserve flora and fauna. Do not waste paper. Do not burn leaves. Make compost out of it. Never cut or hurt trees. Plant a tree on your birthday and water it daily. Never use products made of animal skin. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce the amount of waste generated. Reuse items for different purposes. Recycle items like aluminum cans, plastic, paper, etc. Extra stroke. Reduce is best of all three R's as it leads to less reuse and less recycle. Chapter 28. Literary genres. Extra stroke. Poem is the earliest mode of literature in the world. It is said that the Vedas is the earliest literature. Geoffrey Chaucer is called the father of English literature. Chapter 30. Great Epics. An epic is a long verse narrative on a serious subject, told in a formal and elevated style and centered on a heroic or quasi-divine figure on whose actions depends the fate of a tribe, a nation, or, in the instance of John Milton's Paradise Lost, the human race. Extra stroke. All these epics are included in classical literature. Beowulf is the earliest writing in English. It is an epic too. Only a part of it has been recovered and survives till date. Chapter 32. Palindromes. A palindrome is a word or a phrase that reads the same backwards and forwards. Extra stroke. The longest palindromic word in the Oxford English Dictionary is Tatariat. Chapter 33. Word ladder. A word ladder is a kind of puzzle in which one word must be transformed into another specified word of the same length by changing one letter at a time, each step yielding a valid intermediate word. Chapter 34. Taking care of pets. Pets are members of our family. Therefore, we should take proper care of our pets. 1. Give your pets proper food according to their needs. 2. Always keep their water and food bowl clean. 3. Take them out for a walk. 4. Play with them and show your affection. 5. Give a regular visit to a vet. Get your pet vaccinated. 6. Give them a clean and airy place to live. 7. Always keep them clean. 8. Never leave them alone and unattended. 9. Keep a pet bird in a cage big enough to allow the bird to flap its wings and move freely. 10. For pet fish, clean the aquarium regularly. Extra stroke. It is believed that human beings first domesticated horse. Dog is the most faithful pet. Chapter 35. Providing first aid. First aid is an emergency medical help given to a victim until a doctor comes. Therefore, knowing first aid is a life-saving practice. In case of cut or scrape, if there is bleeding, first press firmly and gently over the site with a clean cloth until bleeding stops. If wound is dirty or caused by an animal scratch, rinse it with water and gently lather with soap. If the skin is scraped, apply a thin layer of an antibiotic ointment like neosporin or bacitracin, then cover it with a bandage or gauze and medical tape. In case of a big cut or wound, refer to a doctor as soon as possible. In case of burn, remove clothing from the burnt areas except clothing stuck to the skin. Immediately put the burnt part under cool running water or apply a cold, wet towel until the pain subsides. Lightly cover the burnt area with a clean gauze bandage. Do not pop any blisters yourself. If the skin breaks, apply an antibiotic cream and cover the area with a bandage or gauze and tape until it is healed. Call a doctor as soon as possible if the burns are on the face or hands. Extra stroke. Scalds from hot foods or liquids are very common. In case of nosebleed, have the person sit up straight and lean forward slightly. Do not have the person lie down or tilt the head backward. With thumb and index finger, firmly pinch the nose just below the bone up against the face for 5 minutes. If the nosebleed is the result of a trauma, reduce swelling by holding an ice pack against the bridge of the nose after the bleeding slows down. If it persists after 10 minutes, call your doctor. In case of insect bite or sting, if the insect stinger is visible, remove it as quickly as possible by scraping the skin horizontally with fingernail or with semi-sharp object like tweezers. Wash the area with soap and water. Apply ice or a cool wet cloth to the area to relieve pain and swelling. Apply calamine lotion for ant bite or bee sting. Call a doctor immediately if one has trouble breathing, is coughing or develops a hoarse voice, hives or swollen lips or tongue. Chapter 36. Self-defense. Self-defense is a countermeasure that involves defending oneself from the enemy. Self-defense actually means doing everything possible to avoid fighting someone who threatens or attacks you. Precautions. If something about a person does not look or feel right, one needs to get away from that person as quickly as possible. Always try to walk to and from school or bus stops in groups. Never take lift from any unknown person, no matter how hard you feel to walk. One should also avoid taking shortcuts through isolated areas, even if they are walking with a friend. Make sure your friends and parents know your daily schedule. Never approach an unfamiliar vehicle unless you know the driver or other passengers in the car. Always remember that the bad guy does not always look bad. In fact, a near and dear one from close relation can harm you. Believe on your own instincts. Time to act. If you see danger, make sure to keep yourself away from the danger and run away. If you see someone stalking you or you feel threatened, start screaming and then run. If a person comes up from behind and grabs you, start yelling as loud as you can and keep kicking his feet hard. Always try to aim assailant's eyes. Another self-defense technique is to bite the attacker hard with your teeth. 41. True sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is a behavior and attitude that shows respect for the rules of a game and for the other players. Therefore, to be a good sportsman, remember the following: never cheat, respect the rules of the games, win without boasting about victory. When you win, remember to recognize those who have made you successful, lose without lamenting about your loss, always learn from your mistakes, avoid trash talking. 10 Commandments of Sportsmanship. 1. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. 2. Enjoy yourself and promote enjoyment for others. 3. Be responsible for your actions. 4. Have an open mind to others' weaknesses and have a forgiving attitude. 5. Have pride in one's performance and one's team. 6. Be a friend, not an enemy, and create a positive environment. 7. Encourage others to do or be their best. 8. Sportsmanship should be contagious. 9. Remember, it is a privilege to participate. 10. Practice sportsmanship in all situations at all costs. Chapter 42. Sports terms. Different terms are used in different games. The terms are almost fixed for the games. We can identify a game by learning its term. Extra stroke. The ICC Cricket World Cup 2023 is scheduled to be hosted by India in October and November 2023. Chapter 43. The Game of Kings. Chess is a two-player board game. It is one of the oldest games that originated in India in the Gupta Empire in 6th century AD. Its earlier form was known as Chaturanga. In this game, there is a square board consisting of 8 into 8 squares and is played by two. Each player has a 16-piece set which consists of a king, a queen, two rooks, two bishops, two knights, and 8 pawns. This 16-piece set looks like a complete army. One player has a dark-colored set and the other one has a light-colored set. The player with the light-colored set always makes the first move. All the individual pieces of the 16-piece set moves on this square board as per a set of rules. The player who conquers and captures the king of the opponent wins the game and is said to have checkmated the opponent. The king moves one square in any direction. The queen can move any number of squares along a rank but cannot move over other pieces. The rook can move any number of squares along a rank but cannot move over other pieces. The bishop can move any number of squares diagonally but cannot move over other pieces. Pawns can only move forward one square at a time except for their very first move where they can move forward 2 squares. Pawns can only capture one square diagonally in front of them. They can never move or capture backwards. If there is another piece directly in front of a pawn, he cannot move past or capture that piece. The knight moves to any of the closest squares that are not on the same rank, forming an L shape. 2 squares vertically and 1 square horizontally, or 2 squares horizontally and 1 square vertically. It is the only piece that can move over other pieces. Now you can enjoy playing chess. Extra stroke. Abhimanyu Mishra, US, a young Indian-American prodigy, became the world's youngest chess grandmaster, GM ever at 12 years, 4 months and 25 days on 4th July 2021. Gukesh Dommaraju is the youngest Indian chess grandmaster who achieved the feat at 12 years, 7 months, 17 days of age. Chapter 44. Thrilling Sports. There are some sports which are thrilling and exciting. Such sports are called adventure sports. Such sports involve risks and sometimes they are life-threatening too. One needs hard practice under a professional coach. Chapter 45. Tokyo Olympics 2020. The Summer Olympics 2020, also known as Tokyo Olympics 2020, was held from 23rd July to 8th August 2021. More than 200 countries participated in over 500 events across the Summer and Winter Olympics. In Tokyo Olympics 2020, India won total 7 medals and stood at 33rd rank in the world. India won 1 gold, 2 silver and 4 bronze medals. Event: javelin throw, athlete Neeraj Chopra, medal gold. Wrestling 57 kg, Ravi Kumar Dahiya, silver. Weightlifting 49 kg, Mirabai Chanu, silver. Badminton singles, PV Sindhu, bronze. Welterweight boxing, Lovlina Borgohain, bronze. Hockey, Indian hockey team, bronze. Wrestling 65 kg, Bajrang Punia, bronze. Extra stroke. Neeraj Chopra is the first Indian athlete to win a gold medal in athletics at the Olympics. Chapter 46. Indian Cinema Awards. Extra stroke. Dhundiraj Govind Phalke, popularly known as Dada Saheb Phalke, is considered as the father of Indian cinema. His debut film was Raja Harishchandra in 1913. The Dada Saheb Phalke Award for lifetime contribution to cinema was instituted in his honor by the Government of India in 1969. Chapter 47 Amazing Circus. Extra stroke. Earlier animals were used in circuses. Nowadays use of animals has been banned. During the training session, animals were tortured, whipped and beaten too. Chapter 50 Types of Cooking. Cooking or cookery is the art, technology, science and craft of preparing food for consumption. There are many techniques by which food is cooked. Chapter 51 Religious Symbols. A religious symbol is an iconic representation intended to represent a specific religion or a specific concept within a given religion. Chapter 52 News Update. The erstwhile state Jammu and Kashmir was divided into two union territories, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Now India has 28 states and 8 union territories. Joe Biden won the presidential elections in the United States. He is the current president of the US. India has started building its new Parliament House. Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi performed the groundbreaking ceremony of the Central Vista project on 10th December 2020. The Tokyo Olympics 2020, earlier scheduled to be held in July 2020, were organized from 23rd July to 8th August 2021. India gave its best ever performance at the Olympics and stood at 33rd rank. Coronavirus disease COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by coronavirus. It started spreading from China in December 2019. The pandemic caused lockdown and suffering to millions of people. Worldwide vaccination against COVID-19 began in December 2020. India's vaccination drive began on 16th January 2021 and on 21st October 2021, India achieved the feat of administering 1 billion COVID-19 vaccines. 5. Medical milestones. Extra stroke. In 2005, the United Nations General Assembly adopted a declaration on human cloning, prohibiting all forms of human cloning as they are incompatible with human dignity and the protection of human life. Chapter 56 Healthcare Assistant. Extra stroke. Humans have 4 blood groups A, B, AB and O. Each group has positive and negative. People of blood group AB can receive blood of any group and people of blood group O can donate blood to people of any group of blood. 57. Minerals and metals. Minerals and metals are very important things. Modern civilization is greatly dependent on these things. Extra stroke. Tungsten has a very high melting point. After carbon, it has the second highest melting point of all elements.